A recorder joined.
Great. Hey, thanks everybody for joining. Looking at the calendar, might just be our last one of these for 2016. I'm on the road next week, and then we're getting into the holidays, unbelievably. So we're going to finish off the year with a partner of ours that's been selling Airlink gateways for a decade or so. Corbin from Mobile Pro Wireless on. For some of us old timers, I know Corbin had success in selling the old green junction box prior to the acquisition of Junction from Sierra Wireless. So, and this is kind of this quick table setting. I send off to everybody that list that Corbin had shared with. He took his customer database. So, over years and years and years. Some are current customers, some are past customers, but some customers he's touched in shape or form over his time in the business, and he very generously shared it with us. And even before he did that, he sorted it out into each of the sales territories. So that is a great example of just the kind of or how Corbin's embraced this program and really anxious to just do more and more collaboration with our sales team and help grow our mutual businesses. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Corbin. Corbin, I always have trouble granting slide permission, so we're going to have to go old school, and you'll have to just tell me the next slide.
All right, will do. Thank you, Pat. Hello, everybody. I know there are a lot of people on. Some I know, some I don't know yet, and I'm really excited about this call because we all get to know each other a little bit better. And, I'm really excited about what Pat's doing with this program because it follows suit with a long history of proven success, where you have a manufacturer, a distributor, and then, the front-facing sales people like ourselves, all working together in collaboration as a team for the end goal, which is success for all of us. And really excited to work more with more of you around the country, extend our capabilities, our resources, partner together. Of course, we have an extensive database of existing customers, which, is low-hanging fruit. They might be current. We might have lost them, but, if we still have that door that we can open and go back in, we can always go after what I consider the bigger win, which is not the new customer, but, the customer that has been a customer and maybe we lost and we gain them back. That's a huge victory. And I think if we work together, especially going through the list and finding those customers that might be worthwhile, where we team together and partner to either expand on current opportunities or find those customers that we might have lost and win them back. I think we could do this, and I think we could be quite successful outside of just the larger opportunities, those RFQs, those RFPs, the big shiny things. Our business has been around in various forms, various companies for over 20 years. Pat, if you want to hit the slide.
I did. Come on, slides. Love technology.
Well, eventually it'll get there. So, you know what? We'll just talk about this. 20 years ago, we had a relationship with Sierra back when there were CBPD modems and the MP series. And they were 14.4 baud modems, which were about as slow as this presentation. But, they had a tremendous amount of value to the organizations that implemented them. Any information is better than no information, especially when it comes to public safety, law enforcement, and other critical infrastructure. And so we do have a long history with Sierra, with Airlink, and with Junction. Of course, you know that Sierra acquired both Airlink and Junction and brought them and their capabilities, whether it be on the hardware side or on the remote management side, and integrated them into what you see as the current product line. And it's really nice to see the evolution of the product line and the features and capabilities of the devices nowadays compared to where they were 20 years ago. It's pretty amazing. And on this, it's just a short little kind of recap about who we are, our history, our relationship, our experience, and really, I think the unique value add that we have to offer to all you guys is we really do embrace this program and see the value of extending our ability, our capability, our resources by utilizing you guys, now that there's so many of you across the country and in North America, to really develop, grow, and cultivate existing opportunities and new opportunities. And we really want to do whatever we can to work closer with you guys to do that.
And if I'm reading this back,
so,
Corbin, you're exclusive to us in this market or this segment?
Yeah, that's the other thing. We could sell other products. We have access to all distribution. You name it. We can buy from Ingram Tech, ScanSource, Phoenix, whoever. I mean, across the board, we've had these relationships for many, many years, and we've had many manufacturers that still to this day contact us and want us to sell the product. It's been my belief that really, given the long history and the company acquisitions that we were associated with, we had relationships with, we had a really unique inside knowledge of the products, the solutions, and it really didn't make sense to dilute and bring in other manufacturers when, if we could just focus on this relationship, these products,
Joined.
and do it well, better than anybody else, and have that relationship, then, it didn't make sense to dilute our capabilities, or really, confuse the customer with other product lines. I believe in the Sierra product line. I know it in and out. I've been a part of this company and other companies and selling these products for so long. I really want to emphasize the value we place on our relationship with Sierra. So we're exclusive.
Left.
Oh, I guess he didn't like that. But, so we definitely are. Sierra is our focus. We don't sell any other products, no Creative Points, no CalAmps, anything else. Our focus is really on promoting Sierra and the Airlink product lines and the brand. Thank you, God. Some of our skills and expertise. We have a strong history in consulting, engineering, sales, but also services. And I've worked with some of the reps that might be on this phone call right now with regards to facilitating things like engineering, consulting, and site surveys and other, ancillary services for customers. So those are some of the things that we have in our quiver as far as our capabilities. And if we could go, there we go. A little history to really emphasize, on the consulting and the engineering side. 15 years ago, we were just starting with 3G. 9/11 happened. The Patriot Act came into play, and we started working really closely with law enforcement, both on the federal and local side, to develop and engineer covert surveillance systems. And we did for many customers, but one of the ones that was an actual notable case study, because the carriers, the manufacturers all said it couldn't be done, and we did it.
Joined.
Transmit high-quality surveillance video over a 3G network. And Dallas PD was one of the first to publicize it because Access, after I did it, said, oh my God, we've got to get this out there. It works. So that was something that we did for the first time a long time ago. And over the years, I've taught several techie police department employees how to do this, and they've created their own companies, and it's become a whole industry now. But if we could hit the next slide. Just going to throw out a couple of notable clients, some that I have a really long history with and relationship with. BP Pipelines, been working with them for many, many years. I have a very strong relationship. And just to emphasize and highlight what we've already been doing as far as partnering with the Sierra reps. We actually set up a meeting recently to meet with BP, got the Sierra rep out there, and, just to get an idea, like talk to them about the new products, what their current plans are, and also, because BP is so big and we only really deal with the pipelines, expand on the opportunity, go horizontal within the organization, and get you guys directly in contact with the people that can make all this happen. So that's something that we just recently did. The DEA, long-standing relationship with them regionally and out on the East Coast, their headquarters, along with the FBI and other federal law enforcement organizations. If we can hit the next slide. There's the big G right there, Google. I've had a long history with Google on the engineering perspective with their teams in engineering different types of solutions. One of the first ones that we worked with them on was they wanted their own private transportation Wi-Fi network for their employees. So they have their own transportation network. We created and engineered and installed all of the Wi-Fi devices, the cellular-based Wi-Fi devices, in all of their transportation fleet. And that was kind of a first because it was a launch pad. We also did it for Yahoo and numerous public transportation networks around the country. And Caltrans, same thing, long history with various districts of Caltrans here, and then around the country with different DOTs. That might cover the whole state. Here in California, they're broken up into different districts. And some of the solutions are from sensors, remote connectivity, to surveillance solutions, kind of across the board. So we have a wide range of things that we've engineered and worked with them on. Can we hit the next one?
This is good. My comment is, these are great examples of big customers that you've got relationships with, and this is really exactly the kind of spirit of these phone calls, right? These, a chance for our team to see, hey, here's opportunity where we can work with Corbin on, maybe there's some threads to pull here, especially with our look at Google one. I don't know what they've done more. They're growing, they're huge, and probably got more and more buses, and I know we've got, there's probably 1,000 companies trying to do projects with them, but, perfect spot for our MP70, MG90, for things like that, and, this is good. That's great information, for again, just trying to increase that level of collaboration and getting there with some of these customers.
Well, and to roll off of that, and Google, I know that they've gone more towards more, embedded module things with some of their projects, but there's still plenty of things out there that we could possibly uncover. And the fact of the matter is, I already have the access, the contacts, and I could set up those meetings. That's why I provided the list so that the team members could review it and say, hey, I'd really like to meet with you guys. And then we work on setting up meetings, getting you in, and exploring the opportunities.
Yep.
So here we go. Why Mobile Pro? Well, I don't know if you kind of caught it, but we're really enthusiastic about this partner program. Have been from day one. Think it's awesome, and really want to work more closely with all of you, and really build this relationship, this partnership, and work as a team going forward. We have shared our customer database. We kind of broke it up and regionally, and I think you might have to divvy up what's public and what's private in some of those. But I think it's a good starting point. We really believe in strength in numbers. I know what I can do on my own, or we can do here with this company, with this product. What we could do collectively together could be, done maybe 10-fold, 100-fold. So that would be a substantial benefit to Sierra and to us. And it all really just comes down to how much we communicate, how closely we work together, and really try to cultivate and grow some of these opportunities by utilizing our existing database, our customer relationships, getting you guys in there locally where I might not be able to travel out there and meet with these customers, but I've had them for 10, 20 years and have a relationship. It'd be great to bring you in to also work on, cultivate, and meet with these customers locally. I think it would be a tremendous win for all of us. Communication, it's going to be key. And when we found out about this partner program, we invested into a brand new enterprise CRM so that we could track every single email, every email marketing campaign, every call. We can flag what rep is associated with the customer, our quotes, our invoices, what actions were taken. It's pretty powerful. And it was a really big deal for us and a substantial investment, but we felt it was necessary given this program and what we thought would need to be tracked as far as our collaboration, our results, and performance.
What CRM did you deploy, Corbin?
We went with the Canadian company. It's a company called Agile CRM, and it's a pretty powerful CRM. They have great community, great support, and we've been able to work with them on even developing new features that they haven't had in their CRM. So we're geeks. We're engineers. We love this stuff, and we love working with companies that are a little more on the open source side than locked down.
Yeah, we're the company who's slightly the opposite of Agile. Oracle CRM on Demand is not the most flexible tool in the world.
Yeah.
Agile and nimbleness out there.
Yeah. But hopefully together as we move along and track things in our systems. I know the program really has been focused on, the big shiny object, the RFQ, the RFP, the deal. And I really kind of want to emphasize with the team that we don't do much of that. A lot of times we'll engineer the solutions, we'll spec everything out, and, some of the stuff will go out the bid. It has for years, and we lose that opportunity, but we still own the relationship. And whether it's a Caltrans or some other companies that we have, they find ways around the purchasing system to work with us because they value the relationship and they know the amount of work we put into developing the relationship and the solution for them. 90-something% of our business is incremental over time based on relationship. Every day, day to day, a few here, a few there. And we do that for years over time. Hello?
Oh. Somebody answering their phone?
Well, that's somebody's calling to place an order.
I'll add the color here, and obviously I've spent the last 6 months of my life, launching this program, rolling it out, talking to different partners, and of course, reactions I got are across the spectrum, right? What are you guys doing? This sucks. To somewhere in the middle, great, understand it, and then and Corbin's a partner who, like kind of already been stated, but not only embraced it, but showed the his dedication to wanting to grow his business with us, and we're already seeing some. I know just this year we're just a little bit of growth from their business, and I really think that with this kind of attitude and the ability now to it is this is the poster child for why the program exists. For the longest time, we ran our distribution through Get Wireless. We worked with a small handful of partners. Guys who were local, maybe worked with Mobile Pro. So Brian Sullivan certainly has known Corbin for a while, but we didn't kind of have a mechanism in place to advertise, if you will, to our sales team of partners that they can leverage. And always remember, not just because they're based in Redondo Beach, California, which is a nice place to visit, by the way. They Corbin and his team can support customers outside of that area. And as you can see by the list of customers that I sent around, so I'd urge you to take a look at that list, and open up those lines of communication. We're all tasked with building our business, so here's a resource that we can certainly leverage as a team.
Well, thank you, Pat. Appreciate that. And so you guys know, here's our contact information. We do cover North America. We have had international deployments for U.S.-based companies, other things.
And if Sean,
I work from
Kelly joined. If Sean is on also, I remember we were in your office, Corbin. You've had some quite a bit of customers in Canada as well.
Quite a bit. We do. We have numerous customers actually that, and it's strange because here is a Canadian company based in Vancouver, but we have quite a few customers that we sell to and have been for years. Everybody from the RCMP to different gas, oil, fragging, coal operations to really across the board transportation. It's kind of crazy. We do a lot of business out there, and they don't mind dealing with us and paying whatever duties that they need, because we always get them what they need when they need it, and that seems to be a problem up in Canada for them. So they pay a little bit more, but they get what they need when they need it. So.
Any questions out there? Questions, comments? Is everybody still there?
Yeah. Actually, this was Rob Robinson. I just wanted to quickly introduce myself and say thanks for putting the call together. I've not met Corbin in person yet, but I'm looking forward to doing that. Not far away, just down behind the orange curtain. Brian Sullivan and I literally live about 2 miles apart. Not that we see each other all that often. other than talking on the phone. But thanks for the presentation. It's really nice to meet you guys. I appreciate the insight and would expect to reach out to you and find a time that we can meet and move forward together on a bunch of projects.
Awesome. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
And Corbin, this is Brian Young. Hey, really appreciate you introducing me to BP and the guys, whoever on the team that's on the call. Corbin and his team does a great job. And I really appreciate you doing that and hooking us up with BP there in Tulsa. So, and thank you for the presentation.
Oh, you're welcome, man. We got more for the next time you go out there.
Absolutely. Great. Any more questions? Wait, I got a question on question if you have any contract vehicles, GSA, other types of California state contracts.
You know what? That's a great question because it actually has been something that if you have any history of Get Wireless's GSA contract, we were very encouraging, supportive, and worked with them on getting the initial GSA contract. Once they had it, we sold more on that GSA contract to anybody else, hands down, period. The whole states are fair game. I can pick up the phone to any government agency in the state of Florida and a few others that, as long as I tell them that we have the GSA contract, our registered vendors, they don't even look anywhere else. They just send the POs. I just can't cover the whole state and keep up with all the states around the country to really cultivate some of the stuff. But it's really, all we have to do is, it really is as simple. I talked to somebody in the state of Florida, whether it's an FDOT or water district or somebody else, I let them know that we sell these products, that we have the GSA contract, and POs start coming in. It's pretty simple. And there are a few states that are like that. They just, they'll jump all over the GSA and just go with us.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, we've had enormous success, so.
Hi, it's Andrew Johnson. I'm on the product management team with the Airlink business unit. You mentioned earlier that you had engineered a solution for Google to provide Wi-Fi in their buses. I was kind of curious what product you were using for that, and were you using the Sierra Wireless Wi-Fi solution, or were you pairing it with a different Wi-Fi solution?
You got to remember, this was 15 years ago, and it was kind of a first. And Pat spoke of my long history with Airlink and with Junction. This was actually, we utilized the Junctions for that initial deployment. Since then, they have switched over to the Airlink product line over the years after the Junction acquisition by Sierra. So they are using Airlink devices, and there are a number of other applications that they have, everything from access control systems in kind of abandoned buildings that they use for storage and for expansion and development, and security systems. They originally, and Brian Sullivan knows, years ago when they were first developing the Google car, the self-driving car, they used Airlink modems and gateways in those. Since then, a lot has changed. Google is a pretty hardcore engineering company, and a lot of the technology that they originally pioneered, you see in a Tesla now, self-driving car, right? It's based on the engineering and the development done by Google. But a lot of those are going to be more embedded systems nowadays. But there are still a lot of opportunities for non-embedded systems within an organization like this, especially if we work a little more closely with their engineering staff. they can always find or think of new ideas to do new things with the technology and the devices.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Anything else?
No, just Pat, thank you again for setting this up. I really appreciate it. And although I've started contacting and becoming in contact with some of the reps, I looked at the list and I realized there are a lot of people I don't know and I haven't spoken with just yet or gotten to know. And I look forward as we close out this year and start looking at what we're going to be doing for the new year. Meeting everybody, having more contact, and really planning a strategy of collaboration so that we can make 2017 just a really strong year for all of us.
Definitely. Thank you. All right, team. Thank you. I'll send this information out. I think most of you probably have got Corbin's information, but that'll be on there. And you know where to reach him if you have any questions, or you can also go through me. Thanks, Bob. Thank you, Corbin.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Ciao. Bye, Chuck.
Left. 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 Thank you. Please stand.
site down. I had to like fix that.